Hey you guys, my name is Sean and I'm a houseplant enthusiast from Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm actually leaving for Singapore and Bangkok tomorrow, so I've got a bit of last minute plant chores to do and a ton of updates and just wanted to connect with you guys. So this is one of those episodes where I talk endlessly, I share a lot of updates. It's been a while since I felt really connected with you guys because I've been like traveling non-stop. Alright you guys, so I have to interject to this episode because there's an important message that just came up. I'm actually in Singapore now and I'm standing amongst Mr. Kunzo's landscaping. This is pretty fantastic. This episode will actually come out in a few months' time, but I wanted to share a bad news before anything. So there's a plant show in the US called the Big Plant Expo, which I'm supposed to come to, but unfortunately due to logistical reasons, I'm unable to attend. Now I know that other influencers have committed to come and I know some of you guys have also committed to come see me there. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But fortunately, I'll be able to be there virtually. This means that we will schedule 2 live sessions where I'll be able to interact with the audiences over there. And then maybe I could even broadcast it live on YouTube for the rest of the world to see. Now, not all of you need to know the reasons, but for those of you who need closure, I will explain it at the end of this episode. And actually, my videos have been really intense in terms of editing. You'll notice that over the years, my video quality has improved a lot. And now that I said that out loud, I hope that you guys did notice that. So I've been spending way more time on my videos. I'm struggling to get my uploads up every week. I even said in my latest YouTube post that for some major episodes, I might want to spend 2 weeks on it because the edits have become really insane. On top of that, I've started to transcribe every single word that I say manually so that it can be translated into different languages. By the way, some of you guys complained to me because some of my videos have been automatically translated into your native language by AI. That is not a setting that I've done. That is default by YouTube. So every video that you see where the creator has manually transcribed, which I do, which takes a lot of time, every single word into the correct transcription, to the right caption, it will automatically be translated into your native language. So you have to go to your video or YouTube settings and make sure that all of your videos are in the original audio. That's how you can actually hear my voice in English. Now, for those of you who struggle with English, you want to learn some English, or you want to just watch this with a caption in your native language, just turn on the caption in English or in any language because I took the extra work to make sure that the words are accurate. Now, on top of that, usually when I upload a video on Saturday, the next day, Sunday, I would be working on the next episode. But my gosh, this time YouTube is really making us creators do a lot of shorts, which I also upload to Reels and TikTok, to be honest. So I spend Sunday, Monday, maybe even Tuesday working on shorts because shorts take so much time to edit. So I have a ton of really interesting shorts. They do get a lot of views. They have really strong impact, but then they're not really monetized. I don't really get paid for doing the shorts. So I'm doing all these work. And if I don't upload shorts, YouTube will penalize the algorithm. They'll push my channel, away from everyone. So you guys will not see my latest uploads. So it's getting a little bit competitive. It's a little bit scary, but again, I'm up for the challenge. So I've been spending a lot of time. So then, if I'm spending time on short, the next week's episode is literally just like Tuesday till Saturday. Like I'm literally uploading things now on Saturday. And to maintain high quality, I really need more time on some of the larger episodes that span over an hour long. So I hope that you guys are okay with that. On top of that, I do want to share one more thing. A lot of you guys are not even caught up with my latest episodes. So there are a lot of episodes that I know you guys haven't, because I look at the comments, I see my regular viewers, I know which videos they're watching currently. So by spacing out my content more, like major episodes in 2 weeks, like smaller episodes in 1 week, I hope that this gives enough time for people to catch up on my content. I know that it can be intense, I know it can be long. So yeah, that's where I'm at now with my content. I'm a little bit stressed out, to be honest. Like when we do a job, when we do any kind of work, the longer we work, the more years we spend into it, the better skills we put into it, the more experience, usually we get paid more. But in YouTube, honestly, my payout has been very stagnant in the last 3 to 4 years. I haven't really gotten any, bump in advertising revenues or any significant increase in viewers. Not complaining, but it really helps when you comment, when you stay subscribed, when you like, and all that good stuff. And I really value my work because it has impacted a lot of you positively, and it's what charges me forward. It makes me empowered to do more and more of these contents. So I just ask for your patience that, maybe some of the episodes are not gonna be as, weekly as before. Ooh, and I do wanna mention that this is a Monstera vietciosa. Now there's a controversy on its origins, and I mentioned it in my Monstera episode where I covered all the different varieties of Monsteras. It looks very similar to the Bulbasaur, but here's one that was gifted to me by the creators of the Vietciosa in Vietnam, Zamzan Urban Forest. Their description is going to be on the right bottom ends of the screen. But this is the new leaf that opened up here in my care. So when I got it, it was these 3 leaves because it was like sent to Batam, which is another island in Indonesia. It transited there for a few days and it was sent to me. It has a few leaf stress. This one opened up right when I was coming back from Thailand about 5 weeks ago. So it's just unfurling. So these 2 leaves basically unfurled here within 5 weeks time. This is the newest one. It's so beautiful. So this is a fast growing plant. I think that this is a plant that is very, very sturdy. It's got very thick leaves. It's got slightly thicker leaves than my Borsigiana variegated. So in my care, this has been pretty easy going and I've really spectacular leaves. So thank you so much for gifting this to me. Now let's get to some repotting. Oh, as I'm putting these plants away, I wanted to show you this. So there's a tall Monstera that has maybe around 15 nodes. The top cutting looks like this. It's really beautiful. Sectoral variegations. Now sectorals are actually very dangerous because if it grows the wrong way, whether it leans too far left or too far right, the whole plant can either turn completely variegated or completely green. So it's like a delicate dance between life and death. I managed to cut 15 single node cuttings. The bottom leaves didn't do so well. It's one Monstera that I actually neglected, as with most of my plants here since I've been traveling a lot. But I put it in this like jar of water and it just looks so beautiful. So this is like a nice decor for now in the living room, even though I'm not gonna be here to enjoy it. And this here, can you guess what this is? So basically this is a Monstera adansonii that has slightly matured up and it climbed up the wall, but then the whole thing like fell, it broke in half and fell over. So then I took like the top cutting with the largest leaf and I rooted it. So it's got like some cool little roots that's come up already. I love watching this. This is why I love water propagation. I love seeing the roots form. And then I'm gonna plant this in the ground. So then this will probably mature up even more because the one that I planted in the ground, the original plant was like this small regular leaves and then it's grown to this. So if you guys are asking how you can get your Monsteras or adansonii to size up without like having it grow 3 meters tall up a pole, you can chop the top off, start over in the ground, let it size up a bit more, chop the top off and start over in the ground. So that's one way that you can get it to size up. But this is so beautiful, I'm in love. And this, by the way, also makes really good decor in the house while it's propagating. I think I need to get more of these kinds of jars because I start to have all these like mature plants that can be used in the living room as a decor while it propagates. All right, here we go. We're actually gonna work with the Aglaonema Lotus Delight here. We might do another video on the care and propagation. I don't know if you guys remember this video from a while back. I basically killed the entire thing except leaving behind a tiny little plant like this. And now it's grown into this. So it's got like a few vines. It's got like some babies coming off of it. So I really want to propagate it further. But before that, I really want to prepare it. I want to get ready for more successful propagation. Now you see these here. I'm gonna take the dried sheath off. These are all like viable to put out aerial roots, and I'm gonna get them to put out aerial roots by doing air layering with sphagnum moss. All right, so I've got like a bit of water here. I'm gonna put a little bit of vitamin B1. I've been using it on all my plants lately. Just a few drops. It's a kind of a hormone thing, and then HB101, just like 1 drop in here. This is one that Mr. Chandra like swears by. It actually reduces stress for plants. It helps them grow better. I don't know the science behind it too much, but it's got very good reviews on it. So I'm gonna put some moss here and let it soak. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly show you. I'm gonna wrap like the stem here where the aerial roots are coming out. I'm gonna wrap this in moss to sort of let it root out more, let it feel the humidity of the moss. And then in a few months, maybe, I don't know, weeks or months, we will chop it up. Where's my scissors? I swear I had a pair of scissors here like a minute ago. Am I getting old? In the lower shelf. I feel like sometimes my mind is not all there anymore. Lately, I'm gonna share with you what's been going on while I do this. So lately, I've been increasing my fitness goals a little bit. I've been working out more, trying to stay more fit. I don't know why. I guess I'm getting old and maybe a little bit insecure as well about my physical looks. Sometimes I go through phases where I'm a little bit pudgy, I've got a little belly, and I've got like skinny arms. And then there are times when I just like work out more when I have time. I've been traveling a lot, as you know. So I've been home for about 5 weeks now before my next leg of the traveling season. So I've been working out quite a lot and I really love it. And I've been eating healthy, I've been cooking. If you want to see my cooking, follow my personal Instagram, Sean William Salim, that's my full name. I do post regularly my healthy meal plan. I cook, and I've been loving my neighborhood a lot. A lot of new businesses have sprung up because I live actually an hour away from Jakarta in the suburbs. It's a new city that they've built here. So it's pretty modern and it's just starting to become very homey here. So I'm loving it, and the neighbors are filling up. I'm staying in a housing cluster that has double security. So things are going great. I feel more homey now. Although I must say one thing, I don't know, sometimes I feel like living here can be very limiting in terms of like how little value I have to the community here and to the ornamental plant market here. The market, if you watch my aeroid video in Floy, I rant a little bit about the market here, about the industry and the community also. I'm so much more well-liked overseas, you know, in the US, in Singapore, in the Philippines. You guys are so warm and you guys love plants genuinely. And I love to be around that. Every time I'm overseas, I get so inspired. And China too, I've been doing a few China episodes. So keep an eye out for some interesting videos in China. Their ornamental plant industry is like crazy. It's like taking off. It's like generations of young people who like are very passionate and ambitious, and they dare to build all these facilities and do business with like very little on their back. So I really admire their sort of the way they approach the business, but it's very competitive in China. I feel bad sometimes, like they try to undercut each other for price and quality. So I've been thinking. I mean, you know, if you know me well, if you're my friend or whatever, you know, I've always liked the idea of moving to Bangkok. I thrive there. When I'm in Bangkok, like I have friends, I actually go out a little bit and I make an effort to look nice when I go out. In here, I'm just like going out in my like, I don't know, whatever that I'm wearing because I just feel like, I don't know, the people here are just, they don't really care about how everybody looks. This is a very, very religious country that I live in. So a lot of things are prohibited, a lot of things are forbidden. I feel like I cannot be myself most of the time. But the only thing about, so I'm done, by the way. I want to show you this. So I've wrapped this up in a nice blanket of moss. So I might do a dedicated episode on this. So we're gonna give this one another try. Now we might just do one more plant, this one here. Because actually the last few days, almost every day I've been working with my gardener and this table is just piled up with plants, and we've just been working on a lot of plants and we've been like rescuing them, propagating and repotting and things like that. Okay, now we've got some workspace here. This is a plant that I've been really procrastinating. It needed a repotting maybe 2 years ago. So it's probably very root bound. And as you can see, it's like growing very slowly now. For a plant that's been in this pot for years, this is considered very slow. Normally for aglaonemas, they should technically put out a leaf every month or so, but this is very constricted. But anyways, back on my thing about Bangkok, there are two things in the way of me moving there. Number one is actually my parents. I felt like I'm not ready to leave them yet, or maybe I somehow feel like they might still need me, although we don't really hang out as much. But my younger brother is also here with his business. So family is kind of keeping me here, although we see each other like once every 2 weeks or so. And we go on these epic holidays. We go, together for like, especially me and my mom, we would travel the world together. At least 5 to 6 weeks a year, we would be like together, sharing the same hotel room. So I could say I'm very, very close to my mom, and I'm grateful for that. But one of those things where like, if one of them ever like got in any trouble or like emergency situation, I would be the person that they call, So what's gonna happen if I live in Bangkok? So, I wish my siblings, I know they don't watch my videos, so I can absolutely say this freely. But I wish my siblings would kind of step up a bit and take on a bit of responsibility as children as well. Because sometimes I feel like I'm sort of the glue that holds the family together. And it can be very exhausting, can be very tiring, can be very stressful. Like the whole weight of the family is on my shoulder. So that's one reason. I don't know. And then the other reason, of course, is this. Like, I've got a couple thousand, maybe, pots of plants here. It's not like I can move them all to Bangkok with me. I mean, you probably can, it's just gonna cost a lot of money. But these are my babies. I've had them since like the start of my journey. A lot of them, like, I'm looking around, like this has been with me for like 5 or 6 years. This is the first year that I got into the hobby. And I've got some plants that were gifted by like Eddie Pranoto, like some hybrids that are just really precious. A lot of them, I mean, most of my plants are actually cheap plants, believe it or not, but they have a lot of sentimental value to me. And this house, I mean, I'm still paying for it. I could sell it, obviously, but I really love the setup and everything. I mean, I made so much effort renovating this space. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm beginning to like the neighborhood. But, it'll be so nice to live in Bangkok. First of all, I might be able to earn more in Bangkok. There are a lot of people who would want to cooperate with me. There's better gardening culture there. There's better content there. Oh my gosh, and the food, the people, some of the nicest people on earth are in Thailand. So I'm glad. I mean, I'm looking at this and the roots look healthy, which is like super rare. Believe it or not, nearly all of my aglaonemas, they get rot, they get overwatered. They really, really hate water. So I'm glad. I mean, this is in terracotta pot, and you can see this is my old general potting mix, which I stopped using. So I've started creating a new mix. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's in like, it's 2 videos before this, so you can just type in OnlyPlants potting mix on the YouTube search bar and just look for the latest video. I've updated my potting mix. I've now started to use media that drains more. I started fermenting my media. I started adding beneficial fungi into the potting media. So that episode is actually quite beneficial for you to watch. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like a lot of you guys are not catching up on my episodes. And by the way, that's not to your fault. I've noticed recently that a lot of my YouTube algorithm stopped pushing the plant content creators that I love. They stop pushing their feeds into my page. So when you go on YouTube, the default page is like the explore page apparently, where they just throw you random stuff like in TikTok. That's the default. So that's apparently what I've been using. Or if you go in the bottom side, if you see the tab, it's a tab where you see subscribe. So that will show you a feed of all the channels that you actually subscribe to based on chronological order, based on what they have uploaded or based on when the videos are up. So if you want to see your subscribed content, go there. You'll see my content there, probably better. Better than that, I feel like my channel has been buried and a lot of you guys are not seeing the recommendations for my videos. With aglaonema, let me see, there's actually 3 plants living in here. I almost want a bigger bush because I've seen like massive bush of this. So what I could have done, and I'm not gonna do it now, but I have little ones of these. Maybe I should. Ta-da! It's like conveniently right behind me. Maybe what I can do is I can just put these little babies around it. And so then I can have like that. So then these will grow bigger and I have a bushy one, a bushy pot of this. That's actually a pretty good idea. This one actually has been doing fantastic on the wall here, and it looks not so bad. I don't know if you can see, it provides this nice like pop here. So I almost want to keep it there. You know, I'm gonna keep it there because we do need some in the back. And of course, just now when I pulled it out, it's a good thing that we pulled this out because this, actually, we put it there like maybe a year ago, or maybe, I don't know, 9 months or so ago. I can't remember exactly. But there's so little potting media here that it actually needs to be potted deeper. So it's a good thing that we pulled it out because it needs to be planted in deeper and it needs maybe a little bit more light. So I'm gonna put in potting media and I'm gonna put it somewhere more visible for now. Yeah. And I'm gonna redecorate the wall when I come back from my long 3-week trip. So that's gonna have to sit there for now, getting slightly better light and more potting media, so that's gonna root better. But in an ideal world, I would have the little ones like sit around here and just like have this grow massive. But yeah, to think of it, I really don't have that space at my house to have like these massive plants. Okay, so I managed to get this pot here. It's slightly bigger. I'm just gonna give it the new potting mix. So where was I? Yeah, so me and my really good friend, maybe even my best friend. I have many best friends, by the way. I don't know which one to call my best, but I have very close friends. She's in Indonesia. We're talking about like maybe 2026 that we might want to move to Bangkok. I don't know. I've been trying for a while and I just tiptoed around the idea and it just never happened. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Tell me, let me know in the comment what you think. I just haven't been fully happy here in Indonesia. By the way, I've lived most of my life overseas, so I'm used to living abroad. And coming back here, like with the local cultures and everything, I'm just like not super comfortable. I don't like Indonesian food. It's too like greasy. A lot of things are fried, a lot of things are too sweet. And the thing with Indonesian food is that most things are like, if you order chicken or beef or whatever, you will not be able to taste the chicken or the beef. You will not taste the meat because the idea for Indonesian cuisine is to douse it with so much spices, herbs, and cooking, processing that you cannot taste the original thing itself. Like in Indonesia, like the most common way to eat tofu is to like deep fry it and then put chili on it. Whereas, you know, I kind of like tofu on itself sometimes, or just like lightly, like in a light broth or something like Japanese miso soup or whatever. But over here, everything is just like very spiced up and I don't know. I like natural food. So, you know, fresh vegetables and things like that. And those things can be very expensive here. And living costs, by the way, in case you're curious, living costs in Jakarta is insane. It's like crazy. The food here is one of the most, well, I wouldn't say the most expensive. I would say that it's probably the same price as food in like metropolitan Tokyo. Except the problem is that the quality of the food here is low. It's one of the lowest, like you've got your lowest grade protein when you order something, you know, like a, you know, beef with rice or whatever, you know, they only put like 2 slices of beef or something ridiculous here. And most things again are fried. So it is the same price as like major cities, except you're getting like nothing. You're getting like pretty bad, pretty unhealthy food. Not so fresh ingredients, because import tax is actually very expensive here in Indonesia. So yeah, there's that. I mean, I'm ranting too much about my own country. There are beautiful parts of it, but not Jakarta. I think Jakarta is a city where if you visit the city of Jakarta, which is the capital city, you're either a business traveler or you are, yeah, that's it. Or you're here to see family. That's the only reason you would come. There's no, like, it's not a tourist hub. It's not a place where you go sightseeing or enjoy the food or whatever. It's not known. You don't see, if you live overseas, you see a lot of Thai restaurants, but you don't really see Indonesian restaurants. That's the reason for that. So anyways, wish me luck on Bangkok 2026. I feel like it's not going to happen, but I really want it to. So So I just came back from a 3-week work and birthday trip to Singapore and Bangkok, and I've now handed over my passport to my family travel agent. The plan was for me to come to the United States first and then go to Europe, Denmark specifically, for my sister's wedding. Now the agent is taking care of the visa for Schengen, for the Europe side. Now learning about the nature of my travel to the US, the agent actually discouraged me from going there under the tourist visa. Now under normal circumstances, it would have been okay to come to the United States under a tourist visa. However, under the current administration, this would raise an eyebrow, and I really do not want to be detained or deported for anything. Under the current border control situation in the United States, I would have had to come in on a work or business visit visa, in which we do not have time now to make that visa. And seeing how my Instagram has blown up to promote this show, so it would really raise an eyebrow if I was going to go through US customs under a tourist visa scheme. I hope you understand my concern, and I look forward to coming back to the United States when the time is right. Meanwhile, I wish the show great success, and I'm so sorry again for not being able to come. With that being said, I guess I'm gonna exit this video now. Thank you so much. I have a lot of pending episodes coming up. I still got my Philippines episode. I've got maybe about 15 episodes that I've not edited. On top of that, I'm gonna be filming more in Singapore and Bangkok this time. So I've got a ton of content that's just like waiting to be edited, but they're pretty amazing. So be patient. I'm doing it at a more sustainable pace where I can. And of course, if you want to help me out financially, it will really help me out a lot. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing well, I'm fine. I'm just barely getting by, but for the small possibility that you are doing well in this crazy economy, you can join my Patreon at patreon.com/Sean from OnlyPlants for a monthly payment, or on YouTube. You can join as a YouTube member. Simply open any of my videos from a browser, and next to my channel name there will be a join button. Or if you just want to send a one-off donation, you can just DM me and I'll give you my PayPal detail and everything. But I really do appreciate. I've been getting some donations here and there, and they really help me out a lot. You know, I've upgraded my computer, the camera that I'm filming now. That's like been with me for like 12 years, to be honest. And the lens that I'm using now is actually my brother's, because my lens broke down. My brother gave me his lens. So, you know, I'm using the iPhone 14 Pro for my travel video, for my travel vlogs. I would love to hopefully one day move to a 16 or 17 Pro, because the quality will be so much better for the camera. So, you know, I really am grateful for those of you who have. But for those of you who have been like commenting, liking, watching the videos all the way to the very end, your help has been tremendous so far. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.